Hi guys, welcome back to Dual Rule 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back with a brand new benchmark that is out Forspoken for the PC. Today I'm running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the AMD RX570 4GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and this is the latest patch once again. The 1.20 patch just came out with the DLC in Tanto We Trust, and I can tell once again there has been a slight improvement in how this game performs. There is still an issue with the drivers. For some reason, it seems to break on the RX570. Remember, this wasn't playable at all at first, but it does seem to perform better for the CPU, is what I'm noticing. My CPU isn't struggling anywhere near as badly. Anyway, I'm running at 1080p on the low preset, of course. The low preset is basically everything low and off, and basically we're using the performance preset, which is really sad, to be honest with you, that we need to get this far. We still can't even get 60, which is baffling to me. I'm curious, can I get at least 60 with this? With ultra performance, I can't even get 60 with ultra performance. That's wow, that is madness. So basically this is a 30 FPS experience for the RX 570. Listen, we already knew this, but you know, it still hurts. It still hurts inside. I feel like I can tell you this because it's definitely been the CPU improvement, because this used to, my CPU was a bottleneck. My CPU is not a bottleneck right now. So this tells me right here and then that the CPU has breathing room. So the CPU has been improved on this, but it's still not good enough. Because on something more powerful, my RX 600, the CPU can barely hold a 60 frames realistically. But yeah, the RX 570 can do 1080p, which is impressive, but that's about it realistically. That's what happens when you have a CPU and a GPU that are too close in spec sometimes. The GPU can do over 40 FPS on average, but realistically, if I went to 60, my CPU becomes the bottleneck. So you know what it is. But it just shows this is what the GPU is capable of. Unfortunate for this game, even after this patch, and this is for the DLC. So I don't know if there's gonna be another patch after this one. I don't know if there's gonna be another patch for Forspoken. It's crazy. But this is 1080p low performance mode. We're using about 12 gigabytes of RAM. So they definitely have improved the RAM as well. Remember RAM taking up 15 gigs before. And the VRAM isn't fully utilized. I mean, look, it could look worse. At this preset, 1080p performance, it could look worse. But from what I am looking at, this is definitely, we can do standard at 1080p with 30 FPS. Basically that's what we would do. That's the only way I see this being, you know, realistic in trying to play this game. You can't do more than 30. Don't try to do 30 or more, because it doesn't feel good. And it looks terrible. The blur is ridiculous with the FSR, man. They're shimmering, there are things popping in, because remember, this wasn't supposed to be running on an RX 570. They had to do something that made it work, and yet it still doesn't exactly work. Forspoken could have been so much better. And the patches for these games have improved them, but it's still not good enough, and it's unfortunate that that's the case. Because I'm not the one of those guys that hates Forspoken, you know? I understand the issues with it and the problems, but I think Forspoken was fine. Gameplay wise sucked. I don't even like the gameplay that much, to be honest with you. Story wise, I didn't think it was that bad. Like, come on, I'm just gonna put it out there. But yeah, hi enemy that I won't really bother to attack at all. I like how their enemies are big crocodiles. Like, why? Why is that the enemy? Let's go for a real animal. So even in here, at least what we see is, even in here, even in this foliage area where this is very demanding in here with all the foliage, it still doesn't drop below 30. That's a plus. That is a plus. So it's definite that, like I said, it can definitely hold 30 FPS. But look at it. To block these attacks, because these attacks would be crazy. These attacks would be attacking me, bro. Unless you want to overclock this, and I don't think an overclock would help much for the RX 570 at this point on this game. Could have done so much more. Disappointing. I'm just looking to see if it ever drops below 30, which it doesn't, so I'm happy. I won't even test this again on the R9. I just think it's not big enough that you can notice on the R9.
What do you say? Kick some ass, take some names?
Feeling a little bloodthirsty, are you?
It's noticeable enough on the RC600, but it's only slightly noticeable here too. And that makes me sad.
Oh my god, that was insane.
But yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. You guys like seeing me test games on low-end hardware? Then this is the channel to be to, man. I do this crap all the time, even on integrated graphics. Trying to get games to run on here. Unfortunately, not everything is as easy as it would seem. But it seems like this one is. I think this is probably going to be my last benchmark on Forspoken as well, unless the actual PC version. This is a demo. I ain't buying this crap. I still can't justify myself to buy it. I just can't, even though I said it wasn't that bad. But yeah, at least it holds over 30. I can't complain there. And the VRAM isn't being fully utilized. Let's be real, my VRAM is being fully utilized. Maybe a 720p or 900p would be better. And then try FSR? I don't know. But what I would do though, for the funsies, for those who are still around, let's see, can this do 1080p? Look, you see this can't even do 1080p with just native. Quality is the best bet we have. So if I was to put this to standard, I'm only getting 15 FPS. Yikes. So we put it to standard and we turn off shadow and clouds and fog, because I don't use fog, and depth of field. So basically I just put everything on low again. Gosh darn it, Javon. Oh wait, we didn't have FSR on. We go to balance maybe? I can't even get 30 there. Performance. Wow, so we can't even do kinda standard. Oh yes we can. And now I cap it to 30. This is pretty much it. This is pretty much how it will go for me. This is how you play Forspoken now. 30 FPS like this. You see, I could have actually left some things on and it still would have been fine. But yeah, 30 FPS. This is how we play Forspoken. This looks terrible. Even now. And my GPU is coming too close to reaching the end. Still. Hey, at least I didn't dip below 30.
That's it. Think I might be getting a taste of this stuff.
I do like it didn't dip below 30, but I'll see you guys next time.